the side of him a little bit.
Keselowski gave Bubba a bump to the lead. White flag. Next flag ends the race.
Down.
Big push.
Blaney
Turns
Bubba,
him.
around goes Bubba.
Oh, into Keselowski. Around. Another hard shot. Allmendinger.
Caution waves with Kyle Busch in front.
Touch him, man. Just wanted to touch
him. Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes. There he goes. Busch in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets in the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard. Man, that's an ugly finish. But incredible.
But that was 100% mirror driving, and that's what you have. That's what Kyle Busch had to do.
That's what Kyle Busch had to mirror.
That was a really late block from Chase Elliott. I think fortunate to get away with that.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove. He's going to go sideways right in front of the pack. The 48 caught up, and the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the pack. The 42 of Kyle Larson, he is there. The 11 is caught up. And flames coming out from underneath the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Alex Bowman up front, blocking, trying to stay up front. Got a huge shove, and it sent him down low and then right up in front of the pack.
Oh, this thing's not over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof. Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far.
They're stacked up 3 wide, 5 rows deep from 5th on back. Here comes Ryan Preece to the bottom, to the inside of Ryan Blaney, who's to the inside of Ross Chastain, and then they're going to wreck off of turn 4. Leaders get together. Chase Elliott into the outside wall. The pack blows apart off of turn 4. Nearly all of the race leaders involved spinning and crashing to the front straightaway.
Well, we've got the big one and we've got the caution. We've got 10, 12, 14 cars involved. Chase Elliott torn up. However, he comes across the line under power. Matty D torn up. You've got Kyle Busch sitting in the ball field and a number of other cars. Brad Keselowski involved, what appears to be Ricky Stenhouse, Eric Almirola. You knew it was coming, and it happened at the front of the field between Chase Elliott and Matt DiBenedetto getting together, and from that point on, it was on.
It was. Chase Elliott tried to block Matt DiBenedetto, and Chase was too late on the block. He and his right rear corner clipped the left front of Matt DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto put the move on trying to go to the outside. Elliott tried to block. It was too late. The crash was on, and now getting through it, Chris Buescher, the race leader, Ryan Blaney, and how about Corey LaJoie? He is now up to the number 3 spot.
I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up. He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him. No!
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No!
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back all day long. He played it smart. Had this race possibly won.
McDowell in tow. Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Whoa!
Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. Hard hit by Kyle Busch. Caution's out.
McDowell is first to the line, but will have to go back to the moment of caution, which ends the race. Brad Keselowski is climbing out. He's okay. Joey Logano we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel.
I think McDowell's the winner of this race, guys.
He was first to...
And there goes Daniel Hemrick off the bumper of Sheldon Reed. And this is the big one here at Talladega. Oh, my.
Got one upside down. Is that Daniel Hemrick on his roof?
Upside down.
Most of the field is caught up in this wreck. Only a handful of cars are driving by us right now. I hope Daniel's okay.
Second time today we've had a car upside down at Talladega. This one happens with 2 laps to go. And there's Daniel Hemrick.
He looks to be okay, which is great.
Crowd cheering for him. So it makes you feel a little better. Glad to see that. He was on his roof for a long time in this wreck. Let's take another look at this replay. So you're going to see Daniel's going to come down and try to block the 2. And when he does that, just mayhem ensues here. And you're going to see a couple combo shots of wrecks, crashes. The 91 here with a massive hit up against the outside wall, Joey.
Josh Bilicki in the 91.
Takes the camera out.
Yeah, here's a view of some of these hits into the wall. Here's how Hemrick gets over. The 91 takes a pretty good hit there.
Riley Herbst looked like in the 98 riding right underneath of Hemrick as he went up on the wall. Chandler Smith got heavy damage.
You see a lot of these guys on the bottom, some damage, maybe not that bad, right? They're all kind of out of control spinning, but all the big hits really happen on the outside of the wall.
Austin Hill, one of the most dominant cars of the race, he gets caught up in this as well.
He and Moffitt both with just a little bit of a spin here, but I'm like Joey, I think they're a part of that group that had minimal damage as they slid down to the inside. Not a lot of contact for those 2 drivers. There goes Bilicki. I'll say this, incredible work by all of our camera folks. Had an incredibly long day today here for Cup Series qualifying, did the ARCA race, and now this extended afternoon for the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Here, this is the worst part about super speedway racing, right? Like if you look at the racing before this, man, it's awesome, and then this has to happen, and it just, you hate seeing cars get torn up. You hate seeing, oh my gosh, what a hit that was.
Never had a chance.
Just from being inside these things, you know how much it hurts to get in a wreck like that. Like, it's obviously does not feel good, and you don't want to see a driver ever get hurt or go through any of it. But that's what the speedway racing is, right? Everyone's race is so close and it's so awesome until it's not.
Austin Hill on board.
Foul. Half a car length to the leader, Logano. He's got to go to the bottom. And he can't get there, and he wrecks Logano.
Logano blocked. Logano moved down, blocked. I hate to say it. He was under him and got a pretty big block right there. You knew it was going to be aggressive, and unfortunately, cost him. I want to watch a replay, but that's how I feel like I saw that.
The white flag had waved, so the next flag ends the race. And Joey Logano, who was in a position to win his duel, is all crumpled up on the apron.
And it will be where those cars were at the moment of caution. It has nothing to do with scoring loops.
And Greg Biffle will come across on the lead lap one lap down in 13th place. And Biffle will take New York racing to the Daytona 500 on Sunday.
You knew it was coming. It's just like I said, as they caught that lap traffic, that gave him that opportunity, got him crunched up, got a run, made his move to the inside.
Waiting on the unofficial results, Harrison Burton, we believe, is third. And is it Chris Buescher or Michael McDowell who was in front at the moment of caution? And that is determined by the NASCAR officials. They have a button they hit that illuminates the caution lights and freezes the scoring. And then NASCAR also uses video evidence to determine the order of finish when the caution occurs on the final lap of the race.
You can see him backing up a little bit here, gets the push off of Michael McDowell and sets this up for the exit of turn 2.
They clear David Reagan.
Goes for the move to the inside, and I called it, and I knew Joey moved down to make a block. You knew he was going to have to, went for it, and unfortunately got turned around in a wreck.
Close, both of them are going to get tight. You see the flames come out of the pipe of Joey Logano's car, and those cars are almost stuck together. They aren't stuck together, but from an aero standpoint, they are stuck together and just want to go straight.
Well, the air off at 22 changing direction there is why the 17 got tight, right? He goes up. It was pretty obvious to me that he was trying to fill that gap, slow the block, slow the run by Buescher. And as soon as he moved, not only did he get tight, Buescher did as well.
Yeah, and you see him sliding down the back straightaway here. The 11 car of Denny Hamlin had a lot of contact, but you're going to see Joey Logano come up, and when he gets behind this 12 car right here, that's when the thing takes off.
You can hear him lift before the contact.
And that's what we've been talking about all day, is when these cars get behind one another, they just lose all that front downforce, and the front tires take off. And as soon as he got up the racetrack like he wanted to, he got behind that 12 car, and watch this thing. He's going to have the wheel cranked to the left and just straight. Hands never even checked up. It was just turn left, and the arrow just got so bad right there.
The outside, Carl Edwards on the inside. Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Good going elbow. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22. Big hits by the 19, and the caution comes back out again.
That is exactly what we saw Joey Logano was going to try to do. Big fire of the 78. But that is what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, the wreck isn't what we thought. Martin Truex Jr. needs to get out of this race car.
Very aggressive on the restart. The flames rolling out from underneath the hood of the 78. Red flag comes out. Martin Truex Jr. is out of the car. Huge contact for the 19 of Carl Edwards. First it was the inside wall, then he was hit by another car.
The 22 gets a big run. Carl sees him coming. He goes to block. 22 does not slow up, stays in the throttle. Big wreck. If he doesn't turn left, Joey Logano's next to him entering turn 1. He's in the middle of 3 wide. Worst possible scenario for Carl. Carl turns left, trying to block a championship on the line.
You're fidgeting with first place, passing some of the strikers in the last lap, trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? 2 cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders to, they're still up in turns 3 and 4. The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty is now pulling out in front. Darrell Waltrip is in second. A.J. Foyt is in third. Here they come. Waltrip trying to slingshot. Petty is out in front at the line. Waltrip to the inside. Petty wins it. Let's look again at that crash.
Take a look at the wreck that happened behind them. David Reagan hard into the wall. And quite a few cars caught up after the fact.
Oh, that's a big impact. Now I understand why NASCAR wanted to roll safety personnel. That's a big impact. Car essentially went underneath another car, another impact from behind. So, again, listen, I know race fans want these things to end on the green, but you can't fault NASCAR in this situation. No. That's heavy impact for 2 cars right there, and it only gets worse as this wreck continues.
Blake Cook and the 11 involved. David Reagan bouncing around like a pinball. 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. shooting across the track through the infield. Joey Gason, the 52.
This impact right here with the 11. The outside wall.
And then Another impact right there.
Yeah, I just, again, we want it to end at the start-finish line, no doubt. But you are going. They want it.
Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Run to go.
The white flag is out.
They're going to
Sauter
crash.
with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. Coming to the checkered flag, but the yellow is out. And Johnny Sauter will win the season opener at Daytona, and Chevrolet will go to victory lane for the first time in the at Daytona in the Truck Series.
That is awesome to see there,
See
guys.
that window net down and Christopher Bell coming out. A lot of people breathing a sigh of relief right there. Wow, what a ride taken by Christopher Bell. Incredible.
That was scary. That truck was running nearly 190 miles an hour when it started flipping, and fortunately for us and for Christopher Bell, NASCAR has done a great job with the safety of these trucks.
Christopher Bell, believe it or not, walked away from it, climbed out under his own power, walked away. Watch the ride taken in the 4 truck on the outside, second in line.
Peters gets bumped.
Looks like William Byron got jumped by the 86. Look at Timothy Peters on the inside as Christopher Bell tumbles down the front straightaway. Timothy all the way to the inside of the racetrack. Is, you know, a lot of new pavement down there, guys, and that makes such a huge difference. They don't get any grass. A lot of huge pavement scrubs off a lot of that speed.
I count 13 rolls for Christopher Bell. Watch it.
Well, Daniel Hemrick almost went underneath that 4 truck of Christopher Bell.
It's a testament to the safety of these racing vehicles that Christopher Bell can take that kind of ride
Christopher
and
Bell
then drop the window net and climb out.
Very fortunate that these trucks are as safe as they are. Look at this truck just get out of control. Probably about the fastest part of this speedway, Phil, right out of the tri-oval.
It just starts tumbling.
That young man with his dirt racing background, I'm sure he's had many barrel rolls in his career, but
Briscoe's not going to stay behind the 22. He wants to be up front, and now he goes to the nose of the 48 of Alex Bowman, hoping for a push.
What a move. Oh, he can't get that pushed. Oh,
into the wall he goes. And they'll collect more cars behind. The 14 stays on the ground.
Brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
You can see it happening. As he was coming around, Bubba Wallace with contact right there. Watching those guys go around turn 3 and 4. The 14's driving up the racetrack. He is sideways. He's loose. And he's lifting off the gas. The 48 is waiting right in the left rear quarter panel. It finally spins the 14 car out. We've seen that so many times today with guys drive up the racetrack because they're so loose they can't turn the wheel.
Briscoe out of the car. He had just made the move to get in front of the 22 of Logano, and this happened.
So the 41 dives in the middle on the back straightaway to take the lead. But look at him up the racetrack. He's loose, and he starts coming back down the track right in the left rear quarter panel. Goes the 48. The 48 wants to push him, but he needs to push him in the right side. But the 14's driving up the track loose, and that offsets him the wrong way.
And that 14 car was working its way to upside down. Let's take another look at this right here. Watch when this thing gets backwards. It turns around, and it climbs a long ways off the ground before it comes back down. My goodness. That thing that's scary because, listen, tipping over is bad enough, but then flipping.
Final corner at Daytona. Who's going to get here first? Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off. shy of the start-finish line. You see some of the others involved. Of today's race, an accident coming to the checkered flag forced that 32 car of driver Kyle Larson up into the safety fencing.